Today we're going to be installing a new SSD into a Dell Latitude e7440 laptop. First thing you want to do is take your laptop, unplug the power supply if you have it plugged in, flip it over, remove the battery. To remove it, push the lever to your right, battery pop up a little bit, grab that tip of the battery and pull towards you. You then want to put the battery off to the side. Then what you want to do is remove the two screws that are holding this back panel on. There's one on each side, left and right. We'll remove those with a standard Phillips screwdriver. Push down slightly on the cover panel and then move it towards you. Slide it towards you. It slides a very small amount, so you don't worry about pushing too hard or sliding too much. You take the panel off and you set it aside. Alright, let me rotate this so you can see it. On this particular laptop, the hard drive is right here off to the side, and it's held in by 4 screws. 4 screws right here. We're going to take our flathead screwdriver. We're going to remove those screws. And put them off to the side. Alright, once we have removed the screws holding the hard drive caddy in place, we then just want to lift it out. So you just pick up the caddy, such as, and set it to the side. Now we've removed the piece holding the hard drive in place. We just want to take a flathead screwdriver and lift from the back side up. Take a little screwdriver, stick it in, just do a little lifting. Grab your fingernail around the rubber edges and lift. Alright, there we go. Now what you want to do is remove the SSD connector on the bottom of the hard drive. Gently, not to break anything. Alright, next you want to remove these rubber side panels. Rubber pieces right here. As in this particular application, we do not need to remove the rubber, as our SSD is the same thickness. This rubber right here is to make one of those ultra thin hard drives fit into this space. So we do not need to remove anything from that. So we set that down. We then take our new SSD hard drive and plug it up. This SATA connector only goes on one way, so don't worry about plugging it in wrong or plugging it upside down. You can't do that. So then we just set it in place. Then we take our caddy, smell bracket right here, and we set it back on top of it. And then we put the screws back. Once we get the last screw in place, we have completed installing a new SSD into our computer. Before we put the cover back on, there's this cable right here for the SATA. I'm just going to route the cable around these little grooves right here so it doesn't interfere with the lid. Alright, and we're going to take the lid, put it on, slide it in place. I'm going to rotate the computer around, and then we're going to put these screws back in. Once the screws have been put in place, you're going to want to reinsert the battery. The battery has a little lip on it right here. You're going to want to sit that lip right here on the edge of the laptop and just drop it in. Slight push, and you're all done. Flip it over. And to make sure everything has been installed correctly, what we're going to want to do is turn on the computer and make sure it can detect the new hard drive. So let's do that now. On a Dell, to get into the BIOS, you want to push F2. Before it boots, while it's booting up, you want to push F2. Just keep pushing it And then when you see preparing to enter setup up in the corner, there we go. Alright, now we're in the BIOS of the laptop. We come over here and we can see if it's recognizing our hard drive. It is. It has our 128 gigabyte SSD hard drive is recognized. So everything went correctly, and that's how you install a new hard drive, or in this case an SSD, into a Dell Latitude e7440.